Welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am your host, Suzie Hunter. We've got Tiff producing. Tuesdays are Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen. It is a solo show today, but we are going to recap last night's Rockies game, the first game against the Cubs this season. Crazy. Did not miss Cubs fans. We'll get into that because they were not on their best behavior. We're going to recap this game. We're going to talk about Kris Bryant coming off the IL, going straight to first base. We are going to talk about, what else are we going to talk about? The transactions that conspired after that transpired. Conspired? I think it's a conspiracy against me. I'll tell you why.
The plot is thickening.
The plot's thickening. And also something really cool that I noticed on Sunday Night Baseball that I want to point out to you guys because it's an inside joke amongst the Rockies. And like they're minor leaguers too. We'll get into it. We will get into it. Tiff, though, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm a little tired, but you know.
Tired from what? From all the work that we've been doing this week?
Yes. From things we'll talk about later in the show to sign off. Getting ready for things this week has been a joy.
We've had a busy week here at DNVR / ALLCITY.
Yes, ALLCITY in particular has had a very busy week.
I'm going to blame ALLCITY on why I'm late today because I was so busy watching all of the Philly shows. We launched PHLY today. Woo! Everyone keeps asking me if I'm going to work there. I'm working here still. My work with the Rockies is not done. So if you hate the sound of my voice, sucks to suck. No, that's like all good stuff. I'm super excited for Jamie and Renee out there too, because they're going to do such a good job with the Phil's podcast. I'm stoked. I watched the whole Eagle show and the whole Philly show. That's a lot of show. Meanwhile, I have my own show that I was like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy. All right, let's talk about some Colorado Rockies baseball, the whole reason we are all here. So, yeah, game 1 against the Cubs last night. We're playing the Cubs a lot the next couple of weeks, but this is the first time we've seen Cubs fans all season long. And if you forgot what they're like, oh boy, we got a reminder last night because they always show up, whether they moved here, whether they traveled here just for this game. Cubs fans, if Chicago's so great, why the hell did you leave? But anyway, look at this guy. This was not at the end of the game. So if you're not watching us on YouTube, there were a bunch of, I guess they were Chicago fans, but like one of them was wearing an Astros jersey, just like all the fair weather fans. Like I had no patience for these people. This video that I'm showing is what I captured from the bleachers last night when the Cubs took back their lead, or no, when the Cubs took back their lead, this man took his shirt off. He's screaming, he's pumping his fists, but like, what? Like, dude, you're winning against the Rockies. Okay, you need to relax. You need to act like you've been there. This is still a regular season game, but like this was the vibe last night. It was adults. It was kids. We were sitting behind these kids that were just like chirping about the Cubs.
Oh, at least they were chirping about the Cubs.
I'm so tired.
You're like, I don't.
No, I mean they were chirping like at the like they were
they were pro Cubs.
They were pro Cubs.
Damn.
I'm not gonna say that I would like hit a kid, but like
I would trip a kid.
Thinking about it was real nice with some of them.
I would definitely trip a kid.
We don't condone violence here on the DNVR Rockies podcast.
No.
Even though the Rockies chose violence last night. No, the Rockies are on a little bit of a rough patch right now. Last night marked 5 straight losses for Colorado. They've dropped 8 of the last 10. Not a great slump right now. Right now, 100 losses isn't a matter of if, but when, because these guys are solidly on track for 104 losses. And that beats the franchise record by like 6 losses. Tough scene. It's a tough scene, as I like to call it. Cubs fans didn't make it better, but yeah, 5-4 loss. Kind of fell apart in the 9th for the Rockies. Tyler Kinley took the mound and gave up 2 runs, and that was just enough to put them over. Rockies did not answer those. The Rockies did. They were the first to score in the first. You know, the Cubs manufactured a couple runs here and there. The Rockies had a pretty big 7th inning, scoring 3 runs. But yeah, it ultimately kind of all fell onto Tyler Kinley. Didn't seem like he was too happy after the game. Totally understandable, but brutal stuff. Cool news, though. I mean, we always love a debut. Pete Crow Armstrong, the center fielder for the Cubs, made his debut as center fielder for the Cubs last night. He came in. His debut was a pinch running appearance, which kind of sucks because like it's like, okay, someone else hit, I'm gonna hop on base, my picture isn't on the big screen. Like, that's how I was thinking of it. But he ended up getting his first at bat, his first plate appearance. His mom was at the park last night. Tiff, have you ever seen the movie Little Big League?
Yes.
Classic, right? Classic. If I had more time this morning, I would have watched it. Like, I have it like ready to rent on Amazon. But yeah, Pete Crow Armstrong, his mom played the mom in Little Big League.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then she ended up having a child who now plays for an MLB team.
Huh.
Isn't that so weird? And like, it's not like she married an athlete. Like, she married another actor.
Yeah.
Also, like, his dad was on Heroes, and I think the mom was also on Heroes, like, years after Little Big League came out, so
that's cool.
It's pretty random.
That's pretty random.
I always forget about the show Heroes.
Friggin' celebrities just having all the good genes.
Right?
Ridiculous.
But, like, kind of crazy. Like, I want to know, I would love to find and just be like, who in your family is an athlete?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. We'll do
How many times have you seen the movie?
We'll do our own genealogy tree.
I mean, that's how we found out that Tyler Kinley wasn't related to President William McKinley. I salute you. But yeah, I actually, you know what? I'll ask him first, and then I'll dig into his whole family tree, because I'm unhinged. I'm good at putting a family tree together.
FBI agent in training.
I'm like literally an FBI agent. I hope you guys are enjoying this very Colorado Rockies adjacent podcast. We saw Kris Bryant back off the IL. Now he's playing first base because we don't have enough first basemen. What are we going to do with Elihuris Montero? He was the DH last night. What are we going to do with Michael Tolia eventually? What about Hunter Goodman, who's here right now and also plays first base? Like, yeah, you can put him out in the outfield, but you can't put Elihuris Montero in the outfield. You can't even put him at third base. He can't do third base. So I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know why we're hoarding all these first basemen or first basemans, however you want to say it. Real fast. Let's talk about our friends at Bet365. At Bet365, they don't do ordinary. They believe every sport should be absolutely epic. Every touchdown, every game, every point, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Why do I feel like that's targeted at us? But listen, football's back. Everyone loves betting on football games. And I gotta say, Tiff, my friends, I think I've talked about this a bunch on the show, but I had friends who bet on the CU game last weekend and the Rockies game. It was a parlay. And they won like $23,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I told them they were stupid for like betting
that much money.
Also, like, they didn't put that much money in. It's just like
totally.
The odds for CU were really good. And then the odds, like when you lumped in a Rockies win on that, just like blew it out of the water. And they actually won.
That's crazy. I was going to brag about how I used the Bet365 promo code this past weekend for myself for the first time. Never really like betting, not really like a betting girl.
But like you're drinking the Kool-Aid now. But
I drank a little Kool-Aid and I bet all $20 and made back $28. Look at me go. So
let's get her on the best show.
I'm hooked.
She's hooked. But listen, yeah, when you use that Bet365 or when you download Bet365, when you sign up today, you can get $365 in bonus bets. All you have to do, you're going to deposit $10 into your account. You're going to bet $1, and they just give you $365 to play with as you please. So it's never an ordinary time at Bet365. It is always extraordinary, but you must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and needs help or wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. That's it. That's what you do. You call them. But yeah, download the app, use code DNVR. It's a really good deal that they have going on. Tiff, are you going to be playing any Volo sports this fall? Because the fall deadline is coming up to sign up for leagues all around Denver.
I haven't. I have thought about picking up a little softball. I played a lot in high school and, stopped because I'm not a very competitive person. I wasn't really going for college, just playing for fun. And that's what Volo's all about, just playing for fun.
Exactly. And they're the largest social sports company in the United States. They've got stuff going on in every neighborhood in Denver. Great way to be active or meet friends. I know a lot of people have made lifelong friends from these leagues. It's pretty wild. Are we doing the bowling league again?
I kind of hope so, especially for winter. I think that would be a vibe.
Oh my gosh. I love a bowling league in the winter. Get out of here. But yeah, you can sign up with the whole team, or you can sign up as a free agent, which I think is so cool, especially if you're actually out there trying to meet new friends. And
just
there's
the city.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do? Just let yourself go this winter? No. But if you can sign up for the Volo Pass. It's a monthly membership. You get unlimited access to all of their sports, their events, their social activities. And I think early bird registration is over, but there's still, I just got an email saying that the deadline's approaching. Oh, the fall league deadline is Thursday. I had to check my email. There we go. So $20 a month for that pass. But yeah, they've got leagues all over the city. Fall leagues are open now. You have until Thursday to sign up. Go to volosports.com/Denver. Use code DNVR10 for $10 off. That's www.volosports.com/Denver. Philip Mitchell in the chat. A win's a win. Are you talking about my friends winning money? Because you sure ain't talking about the Rockies right now. They are on a 5-game losing streak. We are closer and closer to that milestone we don't want to hit, which is the 100-loss season. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And that's really frustrating. It's frustrating for players. It's frustrating for fans. It's frustrating for us having to just kind of talk about the same losses over and over and over again. But yeah, Monday's loss, just felt like a lot of the same, where the Rockies are in a game. They have a lead. That they never had a huge lead over the Cubs, but they had a lead going into the 9th, and then for that to all fall apart and they lose by just one run. Guys, we're all frustrated here. This is a tough scene. But yeah, let's talk about some transactions from yesterday. Kris Bryant, of course, off the IL. The corresponding move was Cole Tucker. Once again, every time we think he's going to make his Coors Field debut, he gets DFA'd. Philip in the chat. Oh, I need the Rockies to take a dive today. Lose by 2. Oh, Philip. What are we gonna do with you?
That's like AJ Hafley. He's resident. He'll talk Rockies with you all day, but he's like, oh, I've been betting against the Rockies all year. He's made a lot of money, but it's dang.
Oh my gosh, AJ.
It's a bummer.
AJ. I'm so mad at you right now. No. So yeah, that's kind of wild. We saw a little bit of, I was going to say, I don't think we saw Cole Tucker in that Monday or in that Sunday night baseball game. We did see him play for the Rockies on Saturday. Do you want to know the craziest thing, Tiff? Not to make it about me, but I'm going to make it about me. I saw I saw Cole Tucker at spring training, and that is the last time I have talked to him, because he got called up while the Rockies were on the road originally. Maybe was it last month, the month before, a handful of weeks ago. Okay. But then they DFA him the day they all got back. So it's like I saw him walk by, and then he got on a plane and I didn't see him again. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to Albuquerque. I'll get to see him and say hi and be like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. I keep missing you. That day they called him up to Colorado. So then I was like, okay, well, he'll get back. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, how crazy. I keep missing you. They DFA him the day we all get back. Jeez. You've got to be kidding me. So is the Rockies organization just we need to keep Suzie Hunter away from Vanessa Hudgens? That is what I'm wondering.
I think so too. I think they've remembered that you two would be too powerful together. So they were like, we have to separate these two.
We would be too powerful together. Two Sagittariuses.
Oh my goodness. It'd be chaos.
Oh, it would be.
Fun chaos.
Such fun chaos. Philip, bet with head, not your heart. There's nothing going on up in this head, Phil. Get out of here. Let's talk about, you know what? I want to talk about Sunday Night Baseball a little bit more. Not that we've brought it up enough. But Sunday Night Baseball, Nolan Jones was mic'd up, did an incredible job. I'm not crazy. We didn't play this yet, right? No. Okay, that's right. Exactly. I'm like, there is literally nothing going on in this head. So Nolan Jones mic'd up. ESPN was nice enough to send us a little highlight reel of Nolan Jones. But there's something he says in the dugout that I want you to listen for that I actually know. I know the backstory, and I heard it, and I just found it out. Oh my gosh! All right, so are we ready to play it? All right, so listen to what he's saying, and if you hear Nolan Jones say something where you're just like, what does that mean? I'm gonna break it down for you. But here we go.
What? Is that your first one ever?
No, I got one the other week. Come on, Giddy. Lock it in, dog.
No.
Bahia.
Beautiful. Play ball. Play.
Six swing. Hey,
you too.
Thank you.
So what did you think, Dad? You think he liked that little bunt that you put down, second of the season already?
Yeah, he probably did. He likes when I get on base. He doesn't like when I take the early strike. He's always asking me after the game, he's like, what are you looking for? Dad, it was 98 with sink. I didn't even see it.
Oh my gosh, so funny. So yeah, when he was in the dugout, he was saying Bahia. But so it means base hit. So the guys down in Albuquerque have been saying this all season. Here is Aaron Shunk wearing the Bahia t-shirt. They all have these shirts.
Bahia.
I love this.
I love it.
And I was trying to ask who came up with it. I'm not sure who started it, but I think Jonathan Daza got everyone the t-shirts.
I love it. So what is Bahia?
A base hit.
Base
hit. Bahia. Yes, it's a base hit. That's the big secret. So now it made it onto national television.
Well, now we can all yell it at Coors Field, which is all yell Bahia.
Listen, we'll take those base hits or bay, honestly. I'll take whatever manufactured runs I can get. Please. Let's real fast. That's how I transition into ad reads, apparently. Let's talk about our friends at Shady Rays. My favorite sunglasses, our favorite independent sunglasses brand. They have the most insane protection plan in all of eyewear. If you break them, if you lose them, they will replace them no matter what. No questions asked, because you can wear your Shady Rays with confidence. They have your back long after you purchase it. And even if you buy a pair and you're like, you know what, forget it, I'm not into these, you can return them or exchange them for free within 30 days. Absolutely no risk when you shop. You can buy online at shadyrays.com, or you can check out their store at the Park Meadows Mall. That's right. Malls still exist. Stores still exist. You can go to one and try on sunglasses, and you're not going to pay those crazy prices that maybe some other stores at the mall are going to charge you. And here's why it's even better. I don't know if you've heard, but Shady Rays has the absolute best deal for our listeners. This is exclusive. Use code DNVR and you're getting 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. So try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by more than 250,000 people. Let's talk about Backus and Shanker. Thank you. I will be going on tour once the season's over. When you get hurt, Backus and Shanker is here to help because they win for Colorado families, helping those who are seriously injured in Colorado for more than 25 years. And there's absolutely no fee while they work on your case, so you can call them up. There's no fee. They will tell you if they can help you or not, and they're not charging you a dime until they're actually winning money for you. And they've done it a lot to the tune of more than $1 billion for their clients. Plus, they've got neighborhood offices all over Colorado. And they've got 30 lawyers, more than 100 staff. So they have a team, like a big team, who has your back. So they can help with all kinds of injury cases where you weren't at fault, all kinds of accidents. So call them at the easiest phone number in Colorado to remember, 222-2222. All Tulos all day. Find out if you have a case for free because Backus and Shanker wins. If they should use that in commercials. My goodness. They
should what?
They should use those in commercials?
They absolutely should. Did you hear that The Voice is doing casting calls? You should audition. Get that chair to flip around.
Me?
Get that chair to flip around.
I did audition when I was in Albuquerque to sing the national anthem.
Oh, I love that.
And I was given some some harsh feedback.
Ooh.
Like, the person who does the auditions, who like decides on who, sings the national anthem, said that it wasn't Saturday material, but definitely Tuesday material. That's the feedback I got.
I think that should be your new Twitter bio.
Like it was stern but fair. Stern but fair. Jerry in the chat. Kris Bryant, who? Kris Bryant, fun fact, plays for the Colorado Rockies. Not many people know this because he has been injured for most of his time here. He is off the IL. He was on the IL for, I think, 51 days. So
Good
much
Lord.
Because he broke his finger. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. He didn't break his own finger. No one wants to break their finger. It's disgusting.
Ouch.
Ouch is right. Let's talk about some baseball headlines right now. MLB Network announced today they are launching the MILB Awards. So they're going to start this. So it's going to air October 2nd on MLB Network, but it's going to highlight the best prospects, performances, best moments of the 2023 season. So they haven't done anything like this before. I'm pretty excited. I love this attention that minor leaguers are getting. Love that we're giving them all this love. They deserve it.
I love that. That's awesome.
And I think they're starting to make like livable wages too. So I think that's huge. Huge for them. Huge for them. Let's right now break down what is going on in the NL West, because we are winding down just a couple weeks of games left in the season here. And the Wild West, the Dodgers have already run away with it. Remember when the Diamondbacks were at the top of the NL West? Not so much anymore. They're a whole whopping 12 games back from the Dodgers right now, but still in the wild card hunt. They're still in it. So are the San Francisco Giants, who will be playing again this weekend. The Padres, they are not quite in it anymore. Not quite. I noticed they are like the worst team with the best run differential. Their record this season, 68-77. They have a run differential of plus 64. Like they are the only team that can't win their division who has a positive run differential. That's crazy to me. That feels like maybe some bad luck in there. But with that run differential, the MLB.com stats say they should have won 79, lost 66, but instead they are at 68-77. Man, the Padres, I I don't know. I can't decide if I feel bad for them or not. Jerry the Bronco, Zach Wilson for the Jets should pitch for the Rockies. He isn't a good QB, but has a laser. At the very least, I was going to say, it sounds like he's got some outfield potential, but we need pitchers.
We need some pitchers.
We need pitchers.
Yeah.
We need pitchers. So I love this. I will text him. Mo in the chat. What is that emoji?
I think they're buffaloes.
They're buffs. Oh, Sco Buffs.
Sco Buffs.
They've been so fun. They've been so much fun to watch.
Do you have? I feel conflicted about Saturday because I produce the Ram show.
Oh,
but Jake's my boy.
Yeah. I mean, you have to go with the team that's going to win.
I know.
And it's going to be CU.
I know it's going to be CU.
Like it would just be
going to be so sad.
It would be so silly. Tiffany, be on the right side of history.
I know.
I'm sure Justin will forgive you.
Misery loves company, though.
He's a forgiving man.
He is.
And he knows where this whole company is standing right now. I mean, the buff stuff has just been so much fun. Like, we've been having a blast.
It's been a blast.
Let's reel it back in, talk about the NL West for a little longer. Rockies, of course, at 92 losses, hit number 92 last night. 8 games away from that 100 season loss milestone. Not a matter of if, but when. But man, the Padres, those expectations were so high for them. It is so crazy. What's more disappointing? The expectations being so high and having the same result as the Rockies, no playoffs, or just like being out of it from the start? What do you guys think? Please weigh in. I am reading comments. If you want to leave a comment in the form of a podcast review, if you're not watching us on YouTube, my goodness, feel free. Feel freaking free. Excuse me. We should, you know what? We're going to talk about what the next couple of Cubs games are going to look like. But first, we are going to mention our friends at Game Time, our favorite ticketing app that rewards people like me who wait until the last minute to do absolutely everything. But if you wait closer to first pitch, you could save up to 60% off with the Game Time app. You're going to use code DNVR to get $20 off your first purchase when you download that app. It's incredible. We used that app last night because, of course, I was not working last night, but I was at the game because why would I be anywhere else on my day off? But you don't have to worry when you're buying tickets for your next big event, whether it's a sporting event, maybe you want to try to get some Broncos tickets, maybe you're going to try to get some CU tickets because that's going to be, CSU is going to be a big one this weekend, guys. But yeah, super fast, super easy. Comedy shows, you can get tickets to those too. Theater, did I say concerts? But yeah, killer last minute deals, all in prices. You can see the view of your seat as you're looking for tickets, which I love because I love to visualize where I'm going to be in the stadium. And they have their best price guarantee. So Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. So here's what you're going to do to take that guesswork out of buying tickets. Download the Game Time app. Use code DNVR for $20 off your first purchase. But yeah, DNVR, $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Guaranteed. We are going to, let's talk about tonight's game. I don't think we have a lineup quite yet. We'll probably have one any freaking minute now. So yeah, last night, of course, a Kyle Freeland day. Oh my God, wait, we didn't even talk about the craziest part of last night's game. Oh my gosh, the home plate ump left. How did I totally gloss over this like very important part of the game where the game was delayed for like 20 minutes because the ump like had an issue.
He had a tummy issue.
It was I've heard that it was a tummy issue.
Oh,
and he
sucks.
had to leave the game. But wait, Tiff, so this is where it gets like actually so much crazier, okay? Conspiracy. So he left with some kind of sudden issue. I looked up this ump because I wanted to see like, I wonder if anyone's tweeting about him, wonder if he's okay. Didn't see anything from that, but I saw a mug shot from 2020.
Oh no.
Oh, it's so bad. He was arrested in 2020 as part of a sex trafficking sting.
And he's still allowed to ump?
And he's still an ump. From what it looks like his charges, it doesn't look like he was like physically trafficking anyone, but may have been soliciting
sounds like Andrew
a service.
Tate. Yeah.
So
interesting.
It's like I learned more about this dude than I ever wanted to know. Oh. Good Lord. Oh. Good Lord. So yeah, that was a little spicy.
What a little spicy side note.
A little spicier than I wanted. It's just like, how does this even happen to Philip? Oh no is right. Yeah. I feel like if you have a job where you're an ump, where you're just like out on a field for an entire game and like there isn't really like a way out. I feel like you got to know like what foods agree with you and like what foods don't. Like you have to have a Philip. No, I don't think he was a John. I think he was. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
We don't want to be sued.
I don't want to be sued. All of this is alleged. I'm just telling you, he was arrested for this. Anyway, what was I talking about? I feel like you just got to know a little better what foods agree with you.
Yeah. I was thinking background checks on umps, but
he was already an ump. Like he'd already been like doing it for like 20 years. That union's kind of crazy. Like that's a good union. Yeah. Like it's kind of impossible to get fired, apparently. I know. I'm just like, ugh. So, but yeah, Kyle Freeland looked pissed though last night that he was in a delay. It was in the middle of his, I forget which inning it was now at this point, but like it was in the middle of an inning. He's cooking. We see him take him out. I'm in the stands with my friend Steph, and we're like, did they take Kyle Freeland out? Like, did we shut him down for the day? What's happening? We don't need another injury. And then we realized it was the Rockies' first tummy ache delay. And I kind of I don't know. I can't, Tiff. I simply can't. We got Chris Flexen pitching tonight. Speaking of I can't, he has not exactly had the best run as a Rocky in terms of his season this year. He's 1-7. He's got a 7.36 ERA, which is high for Coors standards. Philip, thank you for this great update. Again, I don't know anything. I just know it was a third-degree soliciting charge. I could ask him at the ballpark tomorrow or today because I'm going today. Clubhouse opens any minute now. This show went off the rails. We do have a lineup. Charlie Blackmon in right field hitting leadoff. Kris Bryant not at first base today. He will be DHing. Nolan Jones in left. Diaz doing the catching, Mac at third, Montero, one of our many first basemen, will get the start at first base. Rogers is back at second. Trejo is the shortstop today. Ezekiel Tovar getting a rare day off, and Bretton Doyle in center field. Should be an interesting game. And then on the Cubs side, we don't have a Cubs lineup yet, but Javier Assad is pitching. He started 8 games, okay? He's appeared in 26. Homeboy has a 2.83 ERA. I would love that. I would just love those numbers. I simply would. We're going to wrap this show up so we can so I can get my butt to the ballpark. But yeah, PHLY just launched. Give them a follow if you want. But congratulations. I don't know. A lot of the people who work hard here in Denver have been working hard to get that up off the ground. So congratulations to my coworkers. Philip Jokic, I don't know if can he pitch? I don't know. He's tall.
You know what I think
Pitchers
would be
are tall.
fun? I know most sports aren't in the off season at the same time, but it'd be fun if like for a weekend, all of the pro sports for like Denver did a different sport. Like an all-star weekend, but it's like all sports weekend.
I think your only opportunity to do something like that would be like the day of the ESPYs, which is during the All-Star break. I would love that. I think he could be a good pitcher now that I'm like just really thinking. He's a little, I don't know, he's a little lanky. Tim's just over there doing this with her arms. Yeah, he's a little lanky. Okay. Patrick will be back in the studio tomorrow, post-game Wednesday, to break down this Cubs series. I will be back in studio on Friday. Luke Zalman of the Gazette will be co-hosting, so he'll be fun. His ear's healed, by the way. He came in last time with a broken eardrum. I had to sit on the other side of the studio. It was a whole thing. It was so annoying, but I got through it. Everyone has a battle. Everyone has a battle that you don't know about, and this is mine. I had to sit on the wrong side of the studio once, and it was terrible. Please follow all of the latest Rockies updates at DNVR_Rockies. We'll be at the park today, breaking down everything going on. You can follow Tiff at
Tiffany_Tano on Twitter.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And thank you for calling it Twitter. You can find me at the Suzie Hunter on all platforms. And Tiff, you know what I like to say about closing out a show.
What do you like to say, Suze?
It's impossible to close out a show. No one knows how to do it, but I will talk to you guys on Friday, but Patrick will talk to you after the Cubs series on Wednesday.